It's another Thursday. We have made it. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve, as they say. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys here. I hope that you can hear me every day or every week, excuse me. It does get better. And again, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And I'm so happy to be on this journey with you today. Oh, it's, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. It's been a long week. I've had a lot going on and I'm tired. But let's recap, okay? We talked about thorough. So last week we were talking about different things that we should do. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we do have a new setup here. Okay, I went out and got me one of those tripod things, so that way I don't have to worry about my hands. You know, um, we have better position. You see how easy it was for me to adjust our volume. And we'll talk about what we're listening to shortly. Matter of fact, even though I'm a firm believer in not changing the music while the track's still going, listen, the one thing, and I said we're going to try to listen to as much vinyl as possible. In the next few weeks, I will have some time to be able to go out and get some. Um, you know, streaming services and laws and stuff, I do not own the copyrights to any of these music. This is my personal vinyl record that I'm playing in my home that just so happens to be coming to you through the internet, as we say. So we are going to do my best not to scratch my record. Oh, I still got it. So you can hear what we're listening to. Okay. What are we drinking? I know this looks crazy. I couldn't find my other straw. Please don't talk about my straw or my drink, but I call this the lightweight. The lightweight. LIGHTWAIT. It is because I love rosé. I'm a big fan of rosé, so I found a really nice peach rosé. That's real good. Put some ice on that and some water. Yes, water, because it's light. You don't want to get too ripped. You just want something to little take the edge off, okay? Um, oh, and then I had some white cranberry peach type drink thing. Then a splash of bourbon on top. Let that water down a little bit. It's real nice. And it'll wet your whistle really good. Like, you can't, it's just, I could have put something in it, but why not? I'm refreshed and I'm hydrated at the same time. If you haven't noticed, we are listening to Anita Baker. The whole album is a banger, except for a couple of tracks are a little questionable. But considering, and I have not, and I love me some Anita Baker, I have not streamed or played any of her music on any of the streaming services that I use, but I will for sure pull out this record. What are we going to be reading from today? I have a couple of pieces that I brought with me today. For next week, our goal, because as you can see, I wear glasses and I love my lighting. You can't be in the groove, you know what I'm saying, with all types of extra lights, and then it gets hot. It's hot in here today. I don't know if you can hear my fan, but either way, I need something so I can read to you without reading to you, but can read to you, so we can still talk and converse and be able to hang out. Um, Other than the pieces I brought through today, I always do try to highlight another poet, whether it's somebody I know or don't know, or someone I just enjoy reading. Um, in addition to the lighting, to be able for me to read to you, um, y'all have to help me when it comes to the tunes. If you can't hear them, tell me. If it's too low, if it seems like I'm screaming at you, because, I told somebody else, I feel like I'm hollering at this phone. Hello, hello. But anyways, we're going to be reading from, I don't know the name. I don't know the name. This lion could tame, can tame, this lion can tame, this lion could tame. I don't know. That must be their pen name, or, I'm sorry. If you know who it is, have them call me, teach it to me so I can pronounce it right, because it really is a good book. Even though I stopped reading it, it's called A Mindset of the Moon. It's really good. Like, I was zipping through it, and then I just put it down. But I tend to do that with a lot of things, but that's why I'm here with y'all tonight. Heavy breathing and stuff, because I'm exhausted. It's been a really long week, but I look forward to hanging out with you all for a little bit tonight. I'm all discombobulated, but we're gonna get it together. So something new, because I told you every week we're gonna get better. This is a journey we're taking between the two of us. And my biggest fan is my cat. He's late for the show. He came running in here. If you heard anything scurrying. But my sister got me these cards for Christmas one year, and I picked them up and put them down. But they're really cool. I like them. They do make you think. They are called Empowering Question card. If anybody knows how to flip it so you can read it and it's not backwards, let me know. Don't talk about my fingernails either. I've been potting plants. So I'm just going to... How do you do it? Wait, hold on. Pick a card. Pick a card. Any card. Oh, okay. I'm glad it wasn't anything too crazy, because some of these, and I think the reason why I put these down, as I was picking them up, and I was like, no, I'm not prepared to ask myself these types of questions and get in this deep right now. I'm not ready for that. So I put them down. But the question we have today is, what kind of advice on life would I give to my younger self? What kind of advice would I give to my younger self? See, because I realized last week I was grooving and couldn't nobody hear nothing. I'm not avoiding the question. Okay. So what type of advice would I give to my younger self? Considering the type of person my younger self was, and for anyone who knows me, when I was my younger self, I would appreciate it if you would not try to put me on blast or say anything outrageous about me, because I have grown up quite lovely, if I do say so myself. But I would really tell her to believe in herself. Um, I think my lack of, not just my lack of belief in others, the lack of belief I have in myself, picked up a few things and put them down and shouldn't have. And they say it's never too late to start on a goal. It's never too late to do something that you still want to do. So, yeah, I think that's what I would tell her. You know what, girl? Listen, somebody is always gonna have something to say about you anyway. So go ahead and do that. If you don't believe in your own abilities or your own capabilities, if you don't back your own self up, how can you really expect anybody else to do the same thing for you anyway? How? How? It could be a double-edged sword though, but how? How was y'all's week? And what are you drinking? The good thing about this having a lot of water in it is not saying you should be chugging your beverages, but if you do tend to take a few extra big gulps, it's not if you can handle your liquor very well, it's not gonna hurt you too bad. It's not gonna hurt you too bad. Okay. Y'all all right? Y'all good? Yes. It has been a really long week. It has been a really, really long week. What advice would y'all give to your younger self? Email us at TheLoveCypher at gmail.com. Tell us what advice you would give to your younger self. We can read it next week. um, or share your story of your week. If there's something that you wrote that you want to share next week about, maybe something that you experienced this week or something you have going on, please email us at TheLoveCypher at gmail.com. Please check my bio because I know that email address is right. But, email us. You can also DM us here on Instagram at TheLoveCypher. We are working on getting our YouTube page together. So tell your friends. We are working on getting our Facebook page together. So please tell your friends. We are working on getting a lot of things together. But I didn't want to forget to take the time to drop that shameless plug before we go ahead and read from. And this directly will go into what our topic is going to be for the day. And I think what I'll do is I'll read this piece and then let you guys know what that is. So let's tuck on in. Let's tuck on in. I should have refilled it, at least with some more water, because Sister Girl was thirsty. The opportunist. The opportunist. Like a kite stuck up a tree, not because someone finds their way to you and holds on to you, means they aren't meant for you. Some are simply holding on because you were available at the time. Some are simply holding on because you were available at the time. They were. Let go. Their intention was not to stay, but to weigh on you until you decide to let them go. Don't let people be stray kites in your life. Don't let people be stray kites in your life. Shake them off so you can continue to dance freely in the wind. Okay, so what are we talking about? We're talking about what everybody else is talking about, because why not talk about what everybody else is talking about? Because I think this is the Love Cypher. Yes, we talk about love and everything we do in love, peace, love, and hair grease and namaste. But one minute you're up and the next minute you're down, and it's really difficult sometimes. As much as love is beautiful and wonderful and gorgeous and sexy and delicious, it's also disgusting and nasty and hard and tough. Um, so the guy, what's his name? Derek Jackson, no relation. I think what it is for me, take everything out of it. Take their relationship out of it, because I'm not married. In no way, shape, or form am I telling you to leave your husband, your girlfriend, your wife, your boo, your pud, whomever. I'm not telling you to do that. Um, but what's not okay is you being out here talking about you relationship expert, and you cheating on your whole wife at home, your whole entire wife. Now, um, something I don't appreciate, and I was talking to somebody else about this not too long ago, is why the narrative of being a strong black woman has to be surrounded in struggle. I haven't read too many of the comments because people are crazy. But like people say, I'm here for the comments or whatever. But I don't think that she's presenting herself, and I don't know her. I don't think that she's presenting herself in a way of a sense of struggle. But if she wants to stay there, in retrospect to what we talked about last week, that's her choice. Now, later on in life, she has to decide if that's the right choice that she made. I don't appreciate somebody parading around, number one, as an author and somebody who promotes what they do and stands behind themselves and stands on what they say, enough so to do a video about the video on the video that you did about the video. I think that was kind of disgusting and a little bit disrespectful. But there was a time when they were in love. When they were together and everything was fine. We don't know really what their relationship was like. We just know it was presented on the outside. I think for me, anything I took from it is kind of basically what our piece was that we read today from this particular book. Everybody comes into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Of course, I didn't do the. Some people are simply holding on to you because you were available at the time that they were. You know what they say and I'm not saying that's what it is. Please do not sit there and say, "Oh my goodness, your girl at Go to Lyrics here said that you can have your cake and eat it too." No, 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 no. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and who knows what that reason, that season, or that lifetime may be. But what I try not to do is when I get my heart broke or when I get caught slipping, have a whole. I'm not gonna tell y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all. Oh my goodness, I got caught slipping. I think the bottom line of it is too not to get caught slipping. But it really, even though I'm not, I guess, a scientist or a doctor or anything of the sort, to kind of study that mindset and that chemistry, it makes me think, especially in the manner in which she presented herself to us, because clearly it is damn near midnight at night, and I have on medium full face, smell goods, and hair is dead, but I mean it's covered up because it is the nighttime. But and I think like we don't know what that cipher was like. We don't know how many times they was in love and she was mad about something and they was angry at each other and they had to work through it. We don't know. We just see this one instance, and a lot of people think, oh, well, you need to leave, or you need to leave. He done publicly humiliated you, or you need to leave. Which I can respect because I'm not with the public humiliation thing either. Um, but yeah, like, I just, in my internet scrollings, I just thought that that was really outrageous. That somebody who claims to be someone who doesn't do these things, and has profited off of claiming to be someone who says they don't do these things, is still continuing to try and profit off of proving his own self wrong. That's a bit messy in itself. But I think the lesson from this is what he said, because I don't want to misquote my man. I don't want to quit somebody. Please help me figure out how to pronounce his name. Some people are some are simply holding on to you because you were available at the time they were. That really spoke volumes to me when I read it, because I do that myself sometimes. Hold on to things that I don't need to hold on simply because it's available. Well, that's a whole nother conversation, and we're not going to get into that. We're not getting into that. But if you do want to get into that, please email me at TheLoveCypher@gmail.com, or you can DM me at TheLoveCypher here on Instagram. We are working on getting our Facebook page and Twitter, so keep following me, man. Hey. Okay, so I'm still working on this. That's because it's really rude to put your back to people. It's so rude. But I gotta flip the record. Flip the record, and then we're gonna read some more poetry. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, you can email them to me. I'll make sure next time that one of the windows is the email. I don't have it up right now. But you can email me and I will get it. I will get it. Yes, if you listen, if you are not going to back yourself up, what was our question? Because I put it to the side so I wouldn't accidentally pick the same thing next week. What advice would you give your younger self? I said I would believe in myself more, so I'm going to back myself up more, and I hope to see you backing yourself up, and tell me how you are doing it at TheLoveCypher@gmail.com, or please DM me at TheLoveCypher here on Instagram. I'm enjoying you guys tonight. And I think because we are working together on getting our space together, I feel like this for me is also a form of self-care, very much. Very, very much. And the more and the better that we get at this, the more wonderfuler is not a word, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. It's been a while since I have heard the B-side of this album, but the B-side is always better than the A-side. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Ooh. Okay, so somebody please, this is what I need. I need something to help me see in this groove and in this vibe. We cannot have too many candles in here because all of these juices and berries we will set ablaze. But we need something to help your girl be able to drop the needle. It needs to be in front of me. Okay, we'll work on that too. We will work on that. And hopefully you all are constantly working on yourselves. We are a work in progress. Please continue to work on yourself. Nobody, I'm not, okay, listen, I don't, but I think I'm going to Thursday night will be my night to drink, and I'm gonna be drinking these little lightweight, little frivolous drinks. Last week we was lit. Last week we was lit last week, but we had a good time. Last week I was able to notice a lot of infrastructure. Nope, that's not the word. We got it together. If you're thinking of the word that I'm thinking, logistics. There we go. There we go. What I was going to say. Drop it in the email. Drop it in the comments. Email me. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Okay? Share with your friends. Bring them in. Listen. Whatever you got going on the weekend, a lot of people do things. I don't know. If I'm a mom and the springtime is coming, so there's going to be soccer, swimming, barbecues, cookouts, and things like that. So the weekends are really busy. But everybody needs a time to wind down. A lot of people like to do it on Sundays. I'm here Thursday with you, winding the down. Yes, I did just censor myself. Okay. But let's get into it. So I want to try something new. I've been working on this, and I could use your advice. Tell me what you think. Sometimes I write things, and I'm like, you know what? This is it. This is wow. This is the one. You know. For example, yes, I do have on different glasses. We've changed the lip today, and I'm feeling the aesthetic. I enjoy my ghetto Mona Lisa, but sometimes you have to be a little bit more refreshed. But I'm not sure if this piece is finished yet. I don't know if I want to add more to it. I don't know if I've really captured what I really wanted to say. Let's just get into it. And we're gonna work on. That's next week. Next week we're gonna have somewhere for us to put so we can read and we can see. My roses have been so delayed, my failures so evident. I am often discouraged by how much better other people's lives appear to look rather than my own. Just about the only thing that I can see other people's way. So unsatisfied, I give away those already picked for me and scowl when the ones I let die. Roses. I'm going to read the end of version 2. Well, not version 2, but a second version of the end. Because I'm struggling with that. And this is my safe space. We are all writers. I'm not saying I'm Toni Morrison right now, but I will be. I'm not saying I'm Terry McMillan right now, but I will be. I'm not saying I'm Sonia Sanchez right now, but I will be. Tell me who you think you will be. Email us at TheLoveCypher@gmail.com. So the other version of the end. So unsatisfied, I give away those already picked for me and scowl when the ones I let die bloom. I like that better. I think I just needed to swap a word out, you know? And sometimes that's... Listen, maybe my man's Derek should have swapped some words out and not have been saying some certain things and giving on false impressions, and it's messy. But people like mess. We are entertained by mess. But one thing I will not do is I will not buy something supported by But I got my 2 cents off about that. My key takeaway from it is, if you're not supporting your own self like Derek Jackson is in 2021, you're not supporting yourself. Okay. through thick and thin, good or bad. If you are not supporting yourself like Derek Jackson is in 2021, you are not supporting yourself. Okay? Because how you do wrong. Applaud yourself for admitting that you did wrong and then critique yourself on how you handled the wrong. Listen, I'm with it. I'm with it. I got this other piece I would like to read too. We're doing good on time. Yes, and you know we're thorough. I do keep a timer to make sure I don't have y'all up all hours of the night. But I actually got some sleep. Even though it's been a long week, I actually got some sleep these past couple of days. I wasn't sleeping well. I don't know if Mercury is a retrograde or what is going on. I have not been writing as much as I should be. I usually write every single day because practice makes perfect and we strive for excellence here. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm praying for safe journeys and safe travels. And I hope that you all enjoy your weekend too. Okay, so we're going to keep on keeping on. How's everybody doing? Is everybody okay? Do you need to take a bathroom break? We can do it in the mission. I'm with it. So listen, let's take a minute because I want to talk to y'all about something. I love to cook. I enjoy cooking. It is in my DNA. I just could do it with my eyes closed. Since I have moved to Central Virginia a couple of years ago, I have not had a good cheesesteak at all. They are just everywhere I go, it is just dry and trash and the meat is terrible. So I called myself making one. And I usually outdo myself when I just decide to make some things, but some things you just can't decide to make without the proper cooking utensils. It had good flavor, but I'm still disappointed. So I think I will make it a point to get a cheesesteak this weekend. Like, I need one so bad. So bad. Pat's is better than Geno's. I've been one time in my life and I think Pat's is better than Geno's. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep moving. You know, the show has been rolling, you know, and I could use, I could catch my breath too, you know. Did anybody catch the ghost face versus? Okay. Let's talk about that. Listen. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. We'll be here all night, but I tell y'all, I had a very good time. That was everything. That was everything. So usually I do try to read things that correlate with our topic, which if you're not supporting yourself like Derek Jackson in 2021, you are not supporting yourself. And that's pretty much what our topic is today. We don't, like I said earlier, we don't know what that cipher is like in their home, how often she has gone through that. But what I hope that she learns from her own experience from her husband, and maybe she is, support yourself the way your husband is supporting you, girl. Believe in yourself the way that man believed in himself, even in all his wrongdoing. I'm not saying it's right, but But this doesn't have anything to do with anything. We're also here to enjoy the wonderful world of poetry and prose and art. Please check my story. I do come across a lot of great artists on Instagram. I am sharing them on my story. Some of them just they make me feel good, and maybe you'll enjoy them too. There's a lot of great writers on Instagram. I will try to share a few. I should have written her name down, but I cannot remember her name. She shared some things with me, and I'll be sure to drop her information next week and highlight her personally. Thank you very much. I thought that was dope. So I don't forget. If you're not holding yourself accountable the way Cheryl T is holding herself accountable in 2021, you are not holding yourself accountable. Okay, so what is it called? I don't know if any of you have ever played in the band. I used to play an instrument when I was like in middle school or elementary school or whatever. And the music stand, it's not the riser, but it's what you put your music on. That is what I need to put in front of me so I can still look at all your beautiful faces, even though, you know, it still read to you and still be able to see. That's what I need. I don't know what it's called. Is it actually called a music stand? It has a name to it. I just feel like my teacher used to always say this name and nobody knew what it was. And back then I knew what it was. But I'm old. Now I don't. Now I don't. I'm not even going to go ahead. This is called Man Walking. Fun fact about this piece. I wrote this originally when I was maybe 15 or 16 years old. So it is very old. I have only changed it to fit with the age or the year. I'm sometimes even in poetry, I surprise myself, and I think that's the beauty of poetry for me is being able to write something, and really go, oh, when you. Like when you read it, you like, dang, like I wrote that, like I did that, like yes, you did that. Even in your music or your art, like yes, hold yourself down, okay? I had no words to describe you as I caught the scent of your manhood on the breeze as you walked by. I studied the mahogany blanket that is your skin, protecting your body, making it oblivious to the world around you, yet not protecting you from the world around you. Your body is one that dances to its own rhythm as it moves, parting crowds of people as if your name was Moses and I was just a fish, watching your godlike behavior through the walls of the Red Sea. The image of you, walking, brought me back to my childhood days, of 10-cent bubble gums and being in before the street lights came on. I didn't want to let go of that feeling, lingering there between the creases of the note I would have given you then. But I, older now, no stranger to a pilgrimage or two, and the desire to set out on the journey to visit the Mecca that is your body grows. The hills and valleys of you lying beneath the warmth of my tongue don't seem so treacherous as it effortlessly dances to your rhythm, poisoning me with the passion that seeps from deep inside me, staining your thighs, becoming an unneeded accessory to the erect trophy that is you. You fade and equilibrium sets in, leaving behind nothing but the wetness between my thighs. I lick my lips and taste nothing of the sweat and double bubble that once filled the taste buds of my memory before. As I begin to choke on the words that I have found for you and swallow everything else. It's I don't know. I think it was like imagery. Like we were supposed to write something, imagery, something about what, I don't know. I liked it, shit. But I wrote that a long time ago. I really, really did. I did. But for me, sometimes I think what it is when you see someone, um, the thoughts that go through your mind, like people fall in love just off people walking across rooms at times, and sneaking up on street corners on people, and that, oh, I saw her from across the room, and I knew then, oh, her aunt introduced me to her. When I opened the door, I was in love. But I do like to just explore those things, like what that would read like, what those images would read like. I think that's the imagery for me. What is it for you? Email us at TheLoveCypher@gmail.com, or DM us, or drop something in the comments. So, thank you. See, Daniel's Photography is here every week. I appreciate you very much. I hope that you are supporting yourself like Derek Jackson in 2021, and focusing on your photography. I am having fun. You guys are my friends. You guys are my friends. So I don't know if we have time for any more. As you already know, it's getting pretty late, and I have things to do. I'm still hungry too. Like, I'm so mad that this cheesesteak did not come out the way that I wanted it to, and I'm so hungry. But yes, we're gonna wind down for the evening. Y'all come on into the room sometimes. Join the live. If you got something to say, request to be in the live. Email us at TheLoveCypher@gmail.com, or DM us at TheLoveCypher on Instagram. We're working on Facebook and Twitter, coming soon. I don't have the Twitter fingers. I can't keep up. Call us at 777-9311. That's not my phone number. I would not do that. I would not. I mean, yes, he is messy. He is messy. But what I'm saying is, even if you take the worst pictures, okay, you better be like, listen, I know these pictures are trash, but I took these pictures, and I'm proud of these trash ass pictures. And you know what? I might take some better pictures, but I might not take some better pictures. But you are going to support me in all of my endeavors, whether they are good pictures or bad pictures or not. I swear for goodness, this guy really, really did it for me. He did it for me. But yes, last week I think it was a very good idea to end our show with one of my favorite songs. I will do better next week, making sure that I have it queued up and ready to go, so I could just hit play like a good host that I am. But sister is tired. Something that I've really learned about this is it's not just something that people just do. Yes, it is something that people just do, but y'all should be at some of our pre-production meetings. They are serious, okay? Set design is serious. The direct is serious. Writing the script is serious. Making sure we got drinks, music, friends. So shout out to all the people who have been doing this for a really long time, because I haven't, and I just decided one day that, hey, I should believe in myself the way that these people believe in themselves. Why not share your gifts and talents with the world? You know, life is really, really, really short. It's really short. But I do thank you guys for coming out for next week. And I don't know if y'all noticed, I have a hard time introducing myself. I never really introduced myself. People have all types of just quirky ways of introducing themselves, and I am working on that. So I would like to get a nice intro down for you guys next week. I think the music was better. I do still feel like I was shouting at you all, but I think that you all could hear it and also hear me, and I think that's a good thing. I need to make sure that the young lady who reached out to me on Instagram, who DM'd us and shared some things with her, that I do highlight her next week. I always have a lot of things going on in my mind, and she reached out to me today, so I didn't think to include it in the show, but I will definitely shout you out next week, as well as any emails that we receive at TheLoveCypher@gmail.com. We will also be happy to read a few of those and any other DMs that we get. Yes, but I think we finally have our set design good. I think you guys fit well here. I think I fit well here with you all. We're not too crowded, and we're close enough to share each other's energy. We're still going to work on this lighting. I don't particularly like bright lights, and I want to be able to still be able to read to you all and look at your beautiful faces. Shout out to my cat over here, who's been holding down the fort this whole time. Good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good. Okay, I think I'll read one more before we leave. Because even though we're talking about personal things, all of this, if you're love, the things that we do for love, whether it be romantic or platonic or between friends or our family, like the things that we put ourselves through, I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's tough, yes, but I enjoy being the person to document it. If anyone, completely off topic, if anyone could recommend a humidifier, I am a little stuffy. Not because it's dry. It is so dry, and I need some moisture in this air. I do have a diffuser, but it doesn't give me what I need. And I do the Vapo steams, and the humidifier, like a cool mist humidifier. I looked at a couple of brands, but if anybody has one, please feel free to DM me or email me your suggestions at TheLoveCypher@gmail.com. We're going to read one more piece. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about before we leave today. Any questions or emails or DMs, but and somebody sent me some straws. She wants what you had, what you no longer have faith in, what time had the chance to be everything to, a foreign experience always just barely out of reach. She has always taken for granted her proximity to it, since it didn't look like what she thought it would, hidden in plain sight. Is it so hard to believe that you are loved? Is it so hard to believe that you are loved? She can say the same herself. But will you listen? Green. Green. It's called green. Thank you guys so much for coming again to the Love Cypher. I get emotional with goodbyes. I'm not good with them, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming out. I look forward to reading your emails at TheLoveCypher@gmail.com. Please do everything that you do in love, and as my grandmother will always say, if the Lord let me live, I will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.